come check out the project that put me over the edge. This may be the last time you see me. Who knows? Hopefully that's not the case, but yeah. Turned out really cool. It was some fun, but I gotta tell you, I'm burnt. Let's dive in and check out this frog theme. Today I'm getting started with my middle and ring finger because these bases are going to be throughout most of the nails. We're starting out with the white syrup from Yogurt Gel number 5, and I'm just putting a quick base down there on both nails as kind of like a pair of undies, just to give us a little color pop behind, going in with FG 193 from F-Gel and layering that down thinly, pulling up the magnet and then using the magnetic ball technique to create some like ripple type effects for water. I go back in with another layer of the F-Gel 193, just very thin coats, and create those ripple effects in there once again. I'm next going in with a layer of MG85 over that, and I'm simply going to repeat the water effect technique over it and create some more ripples. Only this time it's going to show up with a gold magnetic effect instead of the silver. So you can layer this up however you want. I go in again, and then I'm just going to pull the magnet out completely to mute down that gold effect just a little bit, so it's not quite as bold. So I'm going to start out my design work from my pinky here. I'm basically going in with the same water layering effects to get the ripples and the color. But this one here, I'm going in with MG84 to add in some grass effect. I'm putting in this color down first, and then I'll be going over it with a transfer foil. So this is basically just to build the color underneath. I've got my JIN.B Gum Gel, and that's going to be going down and having a 20-second cure so that I can then layer down my transfer foil design. And I've just picked an area here that I like. It'll match well for my color scheme. So rubbing that down really well until I can pull it off and remove it, and all of my beautiful design is left behind. With my foil down, I'm going to put a couple more layers over my water and over the grass, just so that I can blend them together nicely. Then I'm going to take my tiny little brush and do some strokes on there to give it the effect that there's grass, because the magnet will come through and shine just where those strokes are to give it kind of that effect. Then I've got this adorable little dragonfly that I made out of the mold. I'm just going to pop them down and then go in with my thick white texture gel to create some lily pad effects, which I'm then going to go over with some of the greens, MG83, MG84, and I'm grabbing my F-Gel 194 for brighter highlights. So I'm just going to go in and layer these over, just play with them, fill in some color until I'm happy with the look that I've got. Then I want to add in some flower details. So I grab my Bevlah G47 Mimi flower gel, and I am just going to pop this around on the grass to mimic little flower areas, as well as a couple of spots on my lily pads, make it look like I've got some lily flowers on there, and just decorate it up until I like the look of it. Ring fingers coming up next, and I would have used these lotus molds. It would have made the most sense, but the flowers were really too big. So instead, I'm switching to like a magnolia bloom. So hopefully nobody really notices the difference. But these ones are much smaller. They'll fit a lot better on the nail, and I'll be a lot happier with the sizing of them. So we'll just pretend. Nobody needs to know the difference. I've got MG87 here that I'm going in with, MG88, as well as 86. These colors are going to make some beautiful flowers in my molds. I'm going to be making a couple of big ones, well, a bigger and a couple of smaller ones. And of course, they wouldn't be complete without magnetic highlights. So I'm going to play with my magnets, bring it up a little bit, and then pop these little beauties out. You can see how gorgeous those flowers are turning out. I've also got a lily pad that I created here, and so mimicking a lily flower, I'm going to get a little bit of placement idea here because I'm going in with an extra little detail and I need to know where to place it, right at the tip area here. So I've got my JIN.B 3D clay gel and going in with a little bit of white here, putting it onto a palette paper just so I have something to mix on because I'm adding a little bit of this green. It's very neon though, so I'm going to have to adjust that later. So I've mixed it all up and I'm just putting a tiny little ball onto my nail here. I'm going to start forming that into something that looks like the head of a frog. The idea is for it to be coming out of the water, so I want to like really mold it into the nail so that it kind of gives that effect. Got my little eyeballs that I put on here. Unfortunately, I wasn't thinking this through and I did face them forward instead of to the side. So his eyes came out looking a little bit more like a alligator than a frog. I'm going in with my lily pad here, putting some gel glue on the back, curing that up, and then I'm going to add in my flowers and set them as well. So my frog is cured, all my little goodies are on there. It's time to get them painted. Got MG84 going at you here, and we are just painting him up. We're adding, a couple of different colors to kind of blend him nicely and popping in some eyeballs and a little lip line. And once that's all done, he does also need a little bit of nostrils, and our little froggy will be beautiful, complete. So I am going in with my F-Gel Glam Top Gel, but I'll still have one more step to complete after that. Making sure that I'm using a very tiny brush to go around all of my flower details and anything else that I don't want to blur over too much. And then last but not least, I will be taking an extra thick gel. I'm using my Crazy Top Thick, and I am creating some ripples around the frog. I just want to give that idea that he's actually coming out of the water and disturbing it. So that'll be my final touch. It's a no wipe, so my nail is now totally complete. On to my middle finger now, and again, I've got that same water base that we've already established. I'm just going in with my white texture gel, creating a couple of lily pads. This gel gives it that really nice organic look. And so I'm building these really big pads because the idea is for me to put 2 frogs down on them. I've got MG84, MG83, and again, FG194. And like usual, I'll just be putting these down, layering them up to get a color look that I like. Once that's done, I took some white paint gel and I just put in some striations on the leaves. Turned out they were extremely white. It stood out too brightly. So of course, going over it again with more layers to dull that down just a little bit and removing my magnet with my finished look. They turned out great, but I should have realized I'm just gonna cover over them. And here's where my madness begins. Let's sculpt a frog. So I've taken some more of my JIN.B clay gel and just created like what seems to be the body and the head shape of a frog. I'd wanted to put all the pieces together on this, but I couldn't. Again, it's a little melty, so I'm too slow. By the time I get to the next section, it starts to mush everything around. So little by little, I first sculpted and cured the body. Then I'm going in with these little eyes, remembering this time to put them on the sides of the head and not the front, so they'll look like actual frog eyes and won't give the look of a croc or an alligator. So that one turned out quite well. And then I'm going to go in and create some little wormies here on my palette with my clay gel and sculpt us some legs. So taking these little squiggly worms and just bending them back and forth, kind of tucking them up underneath him so that it looks like he's sitting and his legs are up against him. It was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoy this part. I love this teeny tiny little sculpting bit. I just get frustrated because I'm not quite sure how to manipulate the clay as well yet. Sometimes it gets dried out and you got to replace it, and that's where I kind of struggle. And the fact that I think under the hot lights, it also makes it melt a lot quicker. And so you're dealing with stuff that's melting as you're working on it. But all in all, it turned out quite well. For this front leg, I ended up making a new batch because the other stuff had started to kind of dry and crumble with all the alcohol I was adding to smoosh it, I'm sure. So this leg is a little brighter. It didn't quite come out with the exact same color, but we're going to fix that because once we've got this beautiful little front leg made up, he's going to get painted anyway. So adding a next little dollop here to create his little toes and such. It was just such a fun project, but man, like 5 hours of sculpting this. I mean, I should be learning my lesson by now. This is starting to get to be a bit much. I really loved him though. He turned out freaking adorable. I'm really proud of myself. So now that I've got the look, he's just too bright and not quite the right color that I'm going for. I was going to put a little baby in front of them there, but after 5 hours, I was like, forget it. It's going to be one frog. That's all we're doing. So I'm going in with this round of colors. And like usual, I'll be going layer after layer until I'm getting the color look that I want. I've got, light greens and bright greens and you name it. And then I had the great idea to go in with this MG90 brown. So that was actually the best move. It helped to make this look a lot more realistic instead of brilliant green fake looking. So maybe not perfect, but brought that to a much more natural type look. So I was really very happy with how he turned out, but he still needed some eyes. So I tried using a dotting tool, too big, ended up using the tip of my tweezers, then going in with some of the yellow just to tone that white down a bit, and then my little black dots for eyes. And look at that, it turned out looking kind of like it's supposed to. Of course, then I went in with a lip line and his little nostrils, and voila, I've got a frog. So, of course, like always, going in with your glossy top coat, and I'm going to smooth it all over the nail and make sure that I use my detail brush to go over my flower details and such so that it doesn't blur out too much of it. This nail was a blast. I had this idea to do frog eggs and like tadpoles, so I used the same water effect as the other nails, but this one I added in some extra kind of darker areas to give it just more depth. Next, using my Mayo Yummy Matte Top Gel. I need the contrast of the glossy on matte effect to pull off my next look. I'm using DGEL's DS233 for a black. This is a magnetic polish, but I'm going to pull the magnet from it. So I'm just going in with a dotting tool and I'm putting a little black dots. And I'm sure you'll figure this out in a minute. I put a little batch of them, then pull out the magnet, cure, and then I go over and do them again to build them up with a little bit of dimension. I don't want them huge, but I do want them to have some. Then I'm taking a thick glossy top coat and I'm going in with my Crazy Top Standard. What I'm going to do with this is layer it over top of these built up black dots, just individually over each dot. I'm trying to create the look of frog eggs here. So I go pretty much dot by dot. Sometimes I do a couple at a time, build them a little bit and cure, build them a little bit and cure. And once that's all done, I move on to the next little batch of eggs. Ideally, I wanted to put some tadpoles onto here too, but they were just, it was fighting me. It was not working out. They did not look very good. And so frog eggs is where it's at. I really love the way this turned out, and it did give exactly what I was looking for. Little batches of frog eggs. Got my Nailbayo warm latte here for working on a fairy charm. We're doing our legs and arms, and then I've grabbed the Yogurt Gel MG86, this beautiful purple to fill in her dress. And we're going to make up this lovely fairy charm so that we can add it to our thumbnail. I've got MG91 to be put in for her hair and using MG87 to paint in her wings. And the idea with this was to try and bring the fairy theme over to my frogs, just like I brought the frogs over to my fairy theme. So pulling out this little beauty and cleaning her off, and she's all ready to be put onto my thumbnail. This thumbnail's going off just like the pinky, but with a twist. So I've got my base of the water and the grass and going in with some bigger lily pads here. And then my Fiote concealer, I'm using that to do some stamps. Putting on a couple of little mushrooms into the grassy area. Then I'm going to just highlight those a little bit with some of the MG91 and MG90, just to give those mushrooms a little bit of a pop. And we'll hit them up with the magnet here to highlight them. Then I'm going to go in with my Bevlah G47 Mimi Flower Gel once again, and adding that flower gel around the mushroom stems just so they don't look like they're floating, and of course putting it around on my lily pads again as well to give them the look of lily flowers. So there's my base. Then I'm gonna grab my little fairy that I made and pop this on right here. We're gonna cure that fairy there, and hopefully we're gonna have a finished look that's not too incredibly busy, although I kind of feel like it is, and finish it off with a little top coat over my charm so I don't lose the detail. So here's a finished result, and what do you think? I'm on the fence. This project put me right off the deep end. I'm gonna have to take a really long break after this one. I really enjoyed doing the frog, as difficult as it was and as much as it made me insane. I'm so proud of him. He turned out really cute and actually looks like a frog. It's so cool. My frog egg idea came across really well. Wish I'd have been able to put tadpoles in there, but yeah, they just were not working for me. And I actually tried this air bubble gel where you put a syringe in and try and put all kinds of air bubbles inside of it. It was really cool and a lot of fun, but was not working for my idea. So unfortunately I had to scrap that, but I still really loved the way that it turned out. I'm not thrilled with my thumb and my pinky finger. They're just not giving nothing to me, but I don't know. Again, my 3 middle fingers are working out really well. I'm really happy with how they turned out. Thank you so much for watching, and to Sweetie Nail Supply for supplying me with this gorgeous Yogurt Nails Sunshine collection. It's absolutely beautiful. I had a lot of fun playing with it. If you're interested in it or any of the other products that I was using here today, take a look down below. I've added links in the description. Of course, you can always use my code LYN to save yourself some money, and it really helps to support my channel. So it's a win-win. I'm so glad you decided to join me, and if you'd like to keep watching, I've got all sorts of other videos. You can check them out here. And as always, until next time, don't forget to love your nails. Bye!